What's up, YouTube? How you doing? 11:30 here, probably a bit later than that. I'm a bit excited, really. I am a little bit excited. I've been cleaning my workshop up because if you're like me, the workshop gets in quite a mess quite quickly. So you clean it up, you make a big space, and then stuff gets put in there. But I cleaned it up because we might be having a guest tomorrow, and we may or may not be doing a podcast, which I'm really excited about. So excited that I'm not sleeping. So no, I just really wanted to share it with you. I wanted to share to be honest with you, I wanted to share a channel update. I try not to say too much because it's live. So hope you're all doing well. Have a happy Easter, all of you. I hope you're not working too hard. I've definitely been overdoing it. I had to slow down, take a few days off, catch my breath, if it were, take a beat. I should be back at work on Tuesday, I think it is. It's just gone mad. It's seasonal, isn't it? The gardening business. I had to think then if I've switched onto the right channel or not on the family channel. I'm going to start a family channel. Slow down a bit, Steve. Talking to you guys. Oh, somebody is watching. I don't know who's up at this time of night. I'm going to start a family channel, not because I want to be famous, but I've got loads of family footage that I've been filming in between filming my gardening, what I get up to, and I don't post it because like the holiday film footage, like the gardening ones that I've posted when we're family going out, nobody wanted to watch it, but I wanted to update you on what's going on. I've been putting a few videos onto my Facebook. I'm on Facebook as Stephen Cheese with an S. Stephen Cheeses on Facebook. If anybody wants to check it out, and I'm going to start a family channel on Facebook as well. I'm looking forward to having a guest tomorrow, as I said, which is why, just checking my notes, sorry, which is why I wanted to very quickly jump onto YouTube. I've got a few things around me. I'm just going to... I had to buy a new pair of these. People always go, you're an influencer, and you try and influence people to buy stuff. Well, I bought several pairs of grabbers. These broke, so I'm not wanting to influence people to buy these, but I tried to lift an incredible amount of soil with them, akin to like rubble, basically, and they wouldn't do it, which is just fair enough. So they lasted me a year, and I've had to buy these, a brand new pair. I looked around, and I think these are actually the best that I've found. I overloaded them. I think I can actually fix the pair that I broke, but I just wanted to mention that I will be honest, if something's a load of crap, I will just come out and tell people, like the CC chainsaw. People have been going like, oh, it's made in China. Well, hold on a minute. It is made in China, and I did get given it to demo on my channel to review. But would I buy it? Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, what I charge for a day, let's just say hypothetically, 250 quid, chop a tree down. You quid's in one day. In one day, your quid's in. So yeah, I expect still, and there's other brands. I don't know the other brands, but the CC chainsaw got a bit of flack because it comes from China. So what? It's cheap. But I mean, the guy that said it, I think to myself, yeah, so what? It came from China, but I bet his house is full of stuff that came from China. So I don't know. I mean, if I had the money, I'd buy steel anyway. But that's a bit of a rant. I'm going into a rant. Don't rant, Steve. Positivity. It's water, by the way. Lots of things have broken things. The box on my heater mower. I've got a new mower over here. I'll show you in a minute. It's WeBang mower. It's come. I'm gonna do an unboxing of that, and I'll do a review of that as well. The heater mower that I've got, the box is all gone to tatters, and it just doesn't look very good. So I will be getting a new bag to go on there. It's going to go in for repairs. It probably needs new bearings in the rollers. I just don't have the time to do it, so I want to get the bearings done on the rollers. and get that fixed. I've been sent out as well. It's something I wanted again because they're like, do you know what I mean? Influencers, but it's a headband for my headlight. So it's called Liteband. I've had it for a month. I need to get and film the video. So I don't think they'll be watching my channel, but Liteband, thanks very much for sending that out. I will get to doing a review on that as soon as I can. And just it's my busy growing season at the moment. Also, if my guest does turn up tomorrow, I might get the Kelly kettle out and light up the Kelly kettle and do a brew, because I got given some Hater mugs from Hater, so I might actually do a little Kelly kettle brew. That was that. Yeah, the battery gear, talking about Hater, I was hoping that Hater might be able to get hold of a battery lawnmower for me to test out at some point. I don't know if that's actually going to come off, but I'm very much putting all my eggs, all my money into the petrol still. I'm still petrol all the way at the moment. The Hater show I went to, I don't know if anybody caught the video, but it was on grass that was like that low. It was cut to the ground. I mean, I don't understand the point of it. Why they didn't, it's not fair to, I think if you're going to test a mower, it's a bit like having a car for the day. You want to have it like for the day at least, don't you, if you want to test a mower. So I just wanted to quickly get some bits out and say about that. The battery stuff, I know Pete Tattoo Gardener got some battery stuff. I can see where I would be using, that's the Crest stuff that he's got. I would use that on some of my smaller jobs for sure. And I've got some jobs where you've got to go through the garage and down steps and that. I think they'll be quite handy. I've got quite a few actually small jobs, so there is a place for the battery, but I don't know if I want battery on a commercial type of scale job, because the price as well. The other thing is they're quite dear, aren't they? I have a quick shout out to Ben's Garden Maintenance. It's a small channel. I don't know. I think I know he's probably really busy. We all are at the moment. I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. I just want to get through what I wanted to say. Yeah, I think we nearly got through most of it. Yeah, so I just wanted to say hopefully we'll be making some videos tomorrow with a special guest who's coming out, and have a happy Easter, everybody. Thanks very much for watching. I'm going to go before I say something ranting. I'll go down the ranting road. Well, I don't want to go down the ranting road. All right, guys. Hi, Paul Jackson. Easter eggs and cress. Mustard and cress, more like. I'm going a bit red now. It's late. Why are people in bed? Are you still all up? A lot of background noise here at the house. I wanted to show the dog, but he's supposed to be going to bed, our little pup. So yeah, I've come on because I've tidied up in here, and I thought I didn't do all that work today tidying up in here. Still waiting for me still hat, still waiting, because this is a kid's one. So just whoops. Anyway, guys, I haven't really got anything else to tell you at the moment. That's the trouble with life. You need a big long script. I think I went through everything. I was going to say, put in the comments if you do get to see this video. I don't know if many people will, but how many famous named customers have you got? Because I've got 2 customers. They're not the famous people, but they've got the same name as famous people. Oh no, you've not got the flu. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not good, is it? Well, I've been in a lot of places where it's been busy, so I hope I don't come down with anything like that. I should have been better prepared for this live channel thing. I wanted to say, like I said, I've got some family footage, and my wife says to me, and I agree, it's not suitable for a gardening channel. It's not gardening footage, it's family footage. So like the paddle boards and that. So I put it on Facebook. So I'm on Facebook as Stephen with a PH, Cheese with an S on the end, because at the time I think they have fixed it now, but Facebook wasn't taking the name Cheese because it's food, and it's like, I don't want to swear on it, but a P take, shall we say? It's a bit of a P take, so it just wasn't taking the name. So if you put Cheese with an S in, it would take your name and register you for a channel. not a channel, page, Facebook page. So I'm on Facebook. I'm going to start I've got already started it, channel on YouTube, which is going to be this Cheese Family. So it's the Cheese Family on YouTube, and I'm trying to change it all over. I've only just started, but that's coming as well. Internet here is rubbish. Another reason I'm making this video is to see how we'll check it out. Yeah, I've only just started. The footage needs to be loaded, edited and loaded up. It's hard work, this going live. Yeah, so I've got two. I can't say their names for data protection, obviously, but I've got two people that have got the same names as superstars. It's obviously not the superstars. Internet here, they're digging all our internet up. They're constantly digging it up and putting new internet in around where we are. It's a pain in the, I can't swear, can I? Backside. Absolute pain. I'm on a swivel chair as well. And the tendency, I might have to get rid of these because I keep swiveling all the time. ADHD and mild autism, whatever it is, autistic traits I've got. I think I'm on the spectrum. Confirmed. Please like and subscribe to the channel, by the way, if you're new here. If you've not seen my channel before, there's a lot of gardening content, obviously, hence the gardening paraphernalia. Yeah, so cool. I think that's about it. I shall probably not have come on quite so late. What I will do is I'll just switch the camera around and I shall show you. There we go. That is my next thing that we've got to get out and get. So it's a full stroke wee bang. I only thought that they'd sent me by mistake the electric start, but it isn't. It is the self-propelled one. So it's nothing fancy. It's not the expensive ones. It is what I wanted, though. Switch it back. You need to stare at it. Yeah, so you see all my lights and stuff. You want to see all my rubbish. Get to see all my rubbish in the background. It's a rotary one. I'm getting a lot of clients, getting a lot of customers. Obviously, as you can imagine, might be, I don't know if it's to do with cost of living, but when customers move into new properties, 9 times out of 10, the grass is 10 foot high. I'm getting a lot of customers as well that are asking me. I had one the other day they wanted me to cut the grass so that they could then take over. I'm all right, that's fine, I'm all right with that, but she wanted an hourly rate. She was in the middle of nowhere and she said she had a very good gardener, and I thought, yeah, where is he now, like? And I actually gave her a price which I thought was really fair, and she didn't want it. Right, I have thought of something else. I will give you one of my, well, I say story. It's a story. It's what happened. It's a true story. We'll do a little true story. Nightmare customers. I keep fiddling with my camera as well. It's not quite where I want it really, and it's not level. So we're going back to February this year. So back in February, didn't have a lot of work in the diary. Start of the season, I don't know how many other people in that situation. I do a lot of what do we call it, one-off, yeah, sort of one-off jobs, I suppose. So not that run through, certainly not December, January and February, the winter months. But a lady rang me up, and I think she did tell me on the phone that she had cats. I thought, how bad can it be? So I went out and looked at it, and the red flags just kept coming. But bear in mind the diary was fairly empty in February, so I thought, look, I'm just going to go because I've got nothing else to do. So I got there, and she's it's in a built-up area, and it's a cluster house. So it's a house kind of in the middle of other houses. There's no access, basically. The access is through the garage. Her car was on the driveway. I thought, this is not looking good. She said to me, don't worry, when you come, the car will be moved, the garage will be open, and everything in the garage will be moved out of the way. Great. Went through, looked at the job. I thought, yeah, looks all right to me. Bit of border weeding, pressure washing, and there was a cat up in a tree. And she said, don't worry about that. It's my cat. Fair enough. And she said she wanted some cat protection stuff on the top of the fences, stops the cats going out or coming in or walking along the top, you know, spikes. This is really weird. She wanted 2 panels removed of it, or 2 strips that goes along the top of the fence, not the panels, the bit that goes along. So if you've got the top of the fence, it just goes along the top of the fence. So I said, yeah, I can take those off for you. Anyway, so I booked it all in, blah, 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 all the rest of it. Got back to the job, couldn't find anywhere to park. She was parked on the driveway. So I parked on the opposite side of the road, and it's a through road. I didn't know. It wasn't busy when I quoted, but it was quite busy when I went to do the work. I thought, I'll come this far, I may as well unload my tools. So I got my tools out. She didn't move her car. And I was like, oh, I went to walk up alongside the car. She come out there, she said, oh, you can't get through that side. There's not enough room. So I had a look, and she was right. There was hardly any room. The other side wasn't much better. Got all my tools out. She goes, oh, I'm ever so sorry, I haven't opened the garage. So she went off, got the keys, took ages, opened the garage. Oh, I'm ever so sorry, I haven't moved all the stuff that's in the garage. I said, that's all right, you know, I'm here anyway. So I put the tools in the back of the garden. So I was probably there half an hour. And I thought, oh, the barbecue's fallen over on the patio. I thought, I better pick it up, you know, because she's never going to be able to do it. She had a bad back and all the rest of it, blah, 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 all the sob story and all that. So I picked up this barbecue. Underneath this barbecue, it was just all cat shit everywhere. Like, so basically, she'd been sweeping the cat shit under the barbecue. I mean, wow. Anyway, needless to say, I got my tools and I put them back in the van. I said, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I actually said I didn't feel very well, which wasn't a lie, and it wasn't a white lie. It was disgusting. I was like, oh. And I went back, and my wife said to me, she said, I had all the red flags, but at the end of the day, you know, if your diary's empty, because I go on about red flags, but it's better to have, you know, money in the bank in it than not have the money in the bank. But I couldn't believe it. And then she sent me the text message to say, when are you coming back? I said, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do it because of the cat feces. But honestly, it was everywhere. Yeah, but I've had quite, and that's not an isolated instance. I've had quite a few this year. I don't know if it's you know, the way things are going and that. Oh my god, I've been on here for 17 minutes. Where did it go? Well, I hope you enjoy my little story. I've got absolutely loads of them, so if you're new here, like I said, like, subscribe, share, join the channel. I'd like to do more videos, talking videos. I'm not particularly fond of being live because it's like and I've not got a script. I jotted down a few notes, headlines, like what I wanted to tell you, which I think I got into the video. I really do apologize for the ums and the ers, doing it again. So anyway, what's this? Graham's grass cutting and mowing. Every time I refer to you, to the wife, because she doesn't know all you guys, obviously, I call you the pull-up sock guy, and she knows instantly who I'm talking about. Your message, Graham, just disappeared, so I don't know what you said. So I just wish you a happy Easter. I have got my reading glasses on. This is my everyday glasses, so when I look up, I can't see anything. I have to keep swapping glasses. I'm getting old. I need to get a shave. I'm red-faced. It's being live because it is a level of pressure that is, you know, just a bit bonkers, really. I'm going to say hello to my rusty. I've just looked at my notes. My rusty garden in Canada. I can't believe, according to my analytics, I think we've got people in Canada watching me, China, the pull-up sock guy. Way! What's that? No, you want me to? It's not pull-up sock. You've got this little thing that protects your socks from the strimmer when you're strimming. Green King's Garden, good stuff. Good old gardeners chat minus the pub. Yeah, no, I'm out of water. I drank it. My mouth's really dry because I'm live and I'm swallowing all the time. Look at this, guys. I don't know if you, I'm going to put the Kelly kettle on tomorrow. I don't know if it probably won't be live because my neighbours will be like, what's that stupid tosser doing in his garden, walking around with a cat? Sock protectors. Yeah, I didn't order any. I probably should have done. I get it. I put my socks up around me trousers and they get absolutely covered. I didn't think anybody would be awake at this time of night. I don't know if you saw that. I've just put that. I got that. I'll do an unboxing and I'll do oh god, what is it? The review. But it will take me months. I've got months of footage now. I've got 3 tripods here. Look, I've got 2. There's 2 tripods. They're all broke. That one's duct tape. Look at that. That's all duct taped together. That one's on its last leg. That was free, and that one was cheap. And now we're on a. What you're actually sitting on at the moment is a spider. Guys, if you are watching, I know there's a few people watching. What's the signal like? Because this is coming off the phone. When the shorts are out, so will be the sock protectors. I think perhaps you need to make a video on those. That I think, you know, it's probably one of your first videos that I ever saw, actually. Sorry, if I go that way, it's all junk. So we try not to go that way. See all the junk, everything. You know what you see when you got a shed? You pile all the shit over there. Oh God. How do we get messages up on it? Hold on. I'm going to press buttons now and turn me bloody what's it off. Sorry about my finger going everywhere. Some messages such as potential spam. What's that? Live chat. All messages are visible. Super chat. Yeah, we ain't going to get any of them, mate. Oh, yeah. Talking to myself. Oh, goodness me. 5 out of 5 for audio and video. Is that good, is it? I don't know. Watching. Oh, what I can do, I'm at the bottom of the garden. So I don't get any signal. I'm just reading the comments. Sorry, I'm not going quiet on you. I've never done this before, so you've got to give me some credit. Before bedtime, usually a bad idea, but as long as it nightmares. Oh dear. Yeah, well, it would be a good old chat. I don't know, customer wise. Oh, so red faced. I could do with a beer actually, but I'm not a drinker. I do like beer, but I'm definitely not a drinker. I'm just looking at my notes to see if there's anything else to say. Like I said, I was going on about the rotary wee bang. I'm getting loads of customers. I don't know if you guys are. They just let their garden go to shit basically, and they want you to come in and like. I haven't got a wand. I've got a was it dry razor from a board that's here that you can't see with my notes on. But they want you to wave a wand like Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy, the garden's fixed. And it's like, you go to cutting jobs, you go, I had it cut last year, and you look at it and you think, there's 3 years growth on that hedge. I've got one down the road that I cut, it's a laurel, and I'm just waiting for them to say, can you come and cut my laurel? And they'll be saying like, I had it cut last year, and I'll be like, no you didn't, because I drive past it every day and it hasn't been cut for 3 years. But we're getting all that sort of thing. I knocked my table, so about. I've actually got the compressor under my feet down here, so you're on the compressor table at the moment. So I've got a lot of leg room. Just knocked it, but yeah, customers. I had 20 years. I worked for an estate. I had 20 very good years. PAYE to start with, and then self-employed preferred contract. But that went for 20 years. I've done 35 years. I've been 15 years struggling along. I'd like to say like everybody else, but I don't know that everybody's struggling. But it is a struggle with customers at the moment because I don't know. They just I'll give you some bad customers that I've got rid of, and they still keep coming, or I'm to the point now where I'm not taking them on. So you go to a job to price it up and they say I want garden maintenance. So you rock up at the job and it's like, husband cuts the grass. You want the grass cut? No, the husband does it. I'm like, oh, for God. I had one the other day. Well, what I've started doing, and I've got the job, I won the job as well. I said, I'll take the job on if I can cut the grass, because they wanted me to do the edging with the strimmer and like by hand, and the weeding and the borders and the shrubs. And I said I'm not coming to do that, because I had one guy and I dropped him like a ton of bricks. He was basically cutting his own grass, getting me to do all the technical stuff. He was on about 50% of the rate, or what he was paying me, because it was hourly. It was about 50% of what I should have been charging. So I won't go into the figures, but what I was doing in the time that I was there should have been double what I was charging him. And then he was cutting the lawn himself at the weekend when he got back in, and he was photographing it and putting up saying, look at my garden, look how nice it is, and not giving me any like any sort of advertising or anything. I was a bit fed up with that. Many times I went there to cut the grass and it had already been done, that sort of thing. Because sometimes I get customers and they'll do an in-between cut or something, and I just get fed up with it. But yeah, get a lot of that. Get a lot of jobs I've gone to, and it's, can you quote for my garden for garden maintenance? And I'm like, yep, I'll be around straight away or whatever, and whenever it is. And it's like, husband cuts the grass, um, tree surgeon comes. I'm not bashing tree surgeons because I know there'll be tree surgeon watching. They'll say the tree surgeon does the hedges, and it'll be like, oh no, I've got lawn tech or whatever, green thumb, or there's shit tons of them. There's loads of them in there. Come and do the feed. And I do all of it basically. I'm a professional gardener. Not to put anybody else down, but I take on a job and I try and do, I think it's fair to say, as much as I can, because I'd rather have fewer jobs. This is just my opinion, so I'm not bashing anybody else how they do it. If you just cut grass, that's fine. I'll probably end up like that anyway. It's the way I'm going because I'm doing less weeding. But I try and get to do it, everything I can do, just upselling, or diversifying revenue to keep the money coming in. If a fence panel blows out, I'll get a new one, or things like that. I don't do fencing per se, but if it's something that I feel that I can do, I'll do it. Do you know what I mean? Oh my God, I've got 12 people watching, and God knows it must be getting on now, the time. I will do this again if people enjoy it. I'd like to get somebody else in to talk to, really, because I mean, I've whistled through my note. What I had content written down probably took me 10 minutes to get through, and I've been on here for 26. But I'm going to try and do some filming tomorrow. I've got a lot of filming. I haven't spoke about what I've got. I've got on the camera. I'm like a lot of the other YouTube. I think there's a lot of YouTubers that can't keep up with the editing. So I filmed a lot of new jobs that I've been to. Monday's video will be, it's boring as hell. I'll be honest with you. I think it's really boring. It's like how to scarify, but I've done it with writing going up this. I don't like it, but please, if you want to switch through it or whatever, have a look. There's a bit of talking, fortunately, at the end, but it's that nice house that I've just put up. I don't know what style the house is, but it's the really nice one that I did the scarification shorts on. When I put shorts up, if anybody's interested, it's normally because I'm making a full length. I'm impatient. I make a full length video, so 2 tripods or 1 tripod filming, and I might do some talking, and I'll film short. That's why I've got 2 tripods. One might do a short, and then I'll have the Osmo camera, and I'll film with that as well. And I can't wait till it's all finished. So I put the short up probably a month before you see the scarification. I got a ton of people waiting for me to put the grass down, and the weather's been absolutely fantastic for putting the grass seed down. I've got a ton of people, and I'm really worried now that the weather's going to swing back to being warm again, and I won't be able to get the grass down. I did a few grass seeding jobs, and I will have to go back and keep an eye on them. But we've had plenty of rain. I think it's going to rain tomorrow as well, which I'm worried about because I want to go out and I want to play with my kelly kettle because it don't ever comes out and see the site, never sees the light of day. I've got all the bits that go with it, the saucepans. It's like the base camp jobby in a box, but it don't come out very often because it is quite smelly and smoky. And obviously, you're not allowed to have fires most places now, or you weren't, because some idiots are going around lighting everything up around where I live. Some stupid fools. We're getting a lot of trouble actually where we are. Yeah, so I don't know what else to say. Anybody else got any comments? Quick, get them in before I disappear. Any questions? I don't want to keep repeating Happy Easter, but have a Happy Easter. I've got to cut down. I got a shock I found out. I'm not going to say because my wife said to me, "You get the 50 under." Did I? Oh, the engine. He's probably talking the engine. Yeah, it's got the Honda engine, if that's what you mean. Definitely the Honda engine, but it's not got the roller. But I don't really want. I got a lot of rough. Well, I say I have. If I talk about customers, I've got a lot of this and I've got a lot of that. But you know what these customers are like, they might change their mind. Rough cutting jobs on the books. So I've got I call it a rough cut. I don't know what you call it. It's just a rotary. 3-speed. I'm reading off the box. Yeah, 3-speed self-propelled. Yeah, I've got to put that together. I'll film it later on. Probably not tomorrow. Like I said, got a special guest in my studio. Let's call it a studio. It's I can't swear, can I? It's a shed. It's a shed, Steve. Full of, if you could see what I could see, if you could see what I could see, it's just full of. I've just shoved everything that way. I must get in and tidy it up. Actually, only 3-speed. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. That got me. It says 3-speed transmission because I thought it had more than that. I haven't opened the box. It's still in the box. I showed you. You saw it, didn't you? Look there. I'm reading off the box down now. Hold on. I don't know. I thought it was like more speeds than that. Hoping they give it to me, but they didn't. They took me bank balance, so I'm skint now. And I've had a bit of an upsy daisy with me leg as well. I've got trouble with me. It's nothing to worry. It's not going to put me out of action, but yeah, I had a bit of a. I don't want to publicize it on. I don't do all the like. I'm just getting old, basically. I'm falling apart, guys. I'm falling apart. I'm getting old. I think what it is actually, I think I probably went mad into doing too many big jobs, and I think for me, talking about gardening, talking about jobs, I prefer doing like 3 smaller jobs a day rather than one huge job. I used to do a hell of a lot more than that. But I mean, I'll go. Jeez, if I start talking too much, I'll go into personal stuff. Uh, yeah, I know. I looked them up. They're freaking expensive. Freaking expensive. The high lift blade. I think it was 30 something pound. I was like, no, because I think the mower was. Oh God, I can't remember. Don't quote me live. It was 700 or something. When it, I can't remember. It was a lot. 650 or 750, one or the other. I won't go into the details, but yeah, it was. I mean, I can look up what I paid for it, but it was a lot of money. But not a lot of money if you look at a hater. I think the hater that I wanted, like, say, I think an ideal one, I don't know if it was ideal, the 56 hater would have been good. But there is a problem with haters. They don't pick up in the wet, do they? Am I wrong? I find they don't. Because my wife goes, oh, you're a fair weather gardener. I said, what do you mean? She said, you won't go out when it's raining and cut grass. I said, just cake up and jam and lock up. And I can't turn. And you can't put. Have you ever tried pulling a hater backwards when it's chogged up? Because I have. It's not fun. I did have a hater rough cut hater. I don't know which one it was, but had a side shoot and a plug, a bung that goes in it years ago. I think, and I even think it. Oh no, it was drive. It was drive. It had a split pin in it because I remember having to. Well, I've worked on loads of mowers. I had to sort out the split pin because it went or it chewed up the plastic, and I don't know what it did. It just mashed up. But that was years ago. But I've had all sorts of mowers. I've had all the hover ones. I've had the hover ones with cartwheels on the back. They're good. You know, hover mowers like fly mow, hover, but better. Full stroke, so you can't turn them up. So they're two stroke. What am I on about? Yeah, we're 2-stroke because they're 4 banks anyway. So we put a rope on them and let them up and down the banks. I once worked at Chase Manhattan Bank. I was senior landscape operative at Chase Manhattan. Sounds great, doesn't it? What it is, they pay you absolute peanuts. It was for Stewart's. Oh shit, I dropped a name in. Stewart's. They pay you absolute crap money and they give you a job title, which was senior. Sounds great. Senior landscape operative. I could tell stories on that, but I get into like trouble. I'll probably get sued with what I know. It. Yeah, I work for a few firms. I know some big firms, big names that are doing very well for themselves, but they don't give the service that I've given my customers. A personal service in it. Still run on a Honda Izzy. Never had a Honda Izzy. I know a lot of people say they're good. Just disappeared. Hold on. Just trying to see what it said. We bought it at auction for 60 few years back. 60 quid. Is that right? Am I reading that right? That's crazy. I did think about buying second, but I once bought a billy goat. I don't know if anybody knows. It's not the real live billy goat. There's a vacuum cleaner called a billy goat. And I don't know. They saw me coming. Again, I know the company name, and it's a well-known local company that sell lawnmowers and stuff. think they're a Hater dealer. They might be Husqvarna or Stihl, I can't remember, but well-known company. Must have seen me coming a mile off, and they sold me a Billy Goat, which is a big vacuum for, like, we used it for a tennis court and things like that, and car parks. It's got a wide suction bit and a bag on the back, and it's on like pram wheels or whatever. It smoked like the Billy Goat. It was a Billy Goat. I think the piston rings must have been gone and the oil must have been squeezing up the side, because it was just clouds and clouds of smoke. I can't remember if I gave it back to him or if I practically gave it back to him. I don't know what happened. We lost a lot of money on that, but generally I've been given more stuff than I've lost. I think you find if you work for people that you not care about, but care in a business sense about, you tend to pick up stuff along the way. So we weren't out of pocket, but yeah, I don't know what make of engine it was or what it was, but it had it. Yeah, geez, I don't know what else I can tell you guys, really. Start looking around. Right, I'm going to go, if that's all right with you lot. If there's any more questions. What the heck? Oh, it's coming too fast now. I can't read that fast. No, it's not a weird question. It's a really good question. Can I just hold on? What's Graham going on about? I'll circle back. We'll be all right. There's no brakes with the Honda. Oh, didn't know that, Graham. Thanks. No wee bangs with the Honda engine on YouTube yet. I can't unbox it because I've got a special guest coming tomorrow in my studio shed. What was the question? Yeah, turn off at job. I don't know. What did I do the other day? Yeah, so it was a new customer, and I hadn't realised she was all pretty much already out in the garden. So I started unpacking. So I turned up. So she's a new customer locally. I've got a lot of new ones. Seem to go through a lot of customers. I do. It must be something to do with being on YouTube. Yeah, go through a lot of customers. So with this one, I started getting my stuff out because it was right. I decided, made the decision I was going to work out the front so I could watch the tools. But if I was going around the back, I'd probably ring the doorbell or knock on the door. I got a lot of customers that aren't home, so I just let myself in. I've just bought the top range lawnmower after using the cheap. Oh, message is disappearing. Second-hand cordless mower. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I would love to buy a battery one, but I haven't had it. I did say this earlier in this video. I would like to have a battery mower from Hater. Even if it's 41, I think a 41 would probably do me, or a 48. I might even consider a 56 big battery Hater. Yeah, so the brand that you mentioned, I've no dealings with them at all. But batteries, cool. Yeah, I mean the battery ones. What can I say about battery ones? I tried the Haters at the Hater show in my video, and there's no vibration through the handles. There's instant power straight away. The torque on them is crazy. I'm not an expert. I'm not science crazy. That's my son going to bed, I think. I'm not science crazy. But the electric engines will cut. Hold on. Oh, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons here, guys. No, right. So he's saying you never knock on the door when I arrive. If needed, do it when the job's done and the mower's back in the van. It saves all the can you just. That's very true and very good advice. 100%, Graham. Well done. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult. If you normally knock, then they kind of probably expect you to. I don't know. I think Graham's got a really good point. So, yeah, it does avoid. That's what happens. But then I say to my customers, whatever you want done that's extra, I'll do it first. But I shouldn't. because then I end up never getting any more money for it anyway. I just end up squeezing it all into me 2 hours while I'm there. So if there's a box of pansies or something, I end up doing that. Whereas, like, if they come to you, then you can sort of say, well, I've just, this is going to be extra. So Graham makes a good point, but generally, yeah, I've got quite a few people that aren't at home, so I'll, well, I don't say they aren't at home, but if you know the client, I think a lot of my clients network, so they're on the computer, FaceTime and what's it called? I don't know what it's called. My brain's like slow as hell. Skype or whatever business they've got loads. They have multiple screens and all this jazz, don't they? A lot of them do. I don't know what they do anyway, the customers, but they're all over the place, aren't they? They don't like being disturbed. They cuss me something chronic if I, you know what I mean? So yeah, get to know your client really. That's what I would say on that one. I think sometimes I knock and sometimes I don't. I expect my customers are wondering where I've gone because I had a few days off sick. Because I hurt my leg, so I'm not going to like get the violin out for Steve like on some of these people's channels. I moan enough. I know that I moan enough. Yeah, so any more questions for Steve? I would go and get some water, but it's a long walk, so, and I haven't got any beer in here. The cupboard's bare. No more questions. All right, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I think that's what my dad's saying. Love you and leave you guys. Thanks for watching. It ain't easy being cheesy. I've got to find a button to turn you guys off.